So they're also animal protein only because it's it's a beta casein protein from the milk. So it becomes an animal protein. If you're going to call it as a vegetarian, it's vegetarian. If somebody is going to call it as no, it's not vegetarian, it's a non-vegetarian. So every component that you are using in your cooking day in and day out, either a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian, it is built with trillions of microorganisms. And sometimes if people are being pure vegetarian, born in a vegetarian family where they are not used to eggs and animal meat and all that animal protein kingdom and all that stuff, suddenly after the age of 35 or 40, they turn into non-vegetarian. It may not suit them. Tomorrow, if the whole world, humanity is going to turn around and say, we're all going to be vegetarian from here on. We're not going to touch the eggs and, all kinds of bird meat, marine kingdom, animal meat and all that stuff. A warm welcome to this program. I am your Dr. C.K.N. Now we're going to talk about the food and nutrition part of vegetarian and non-vegetarian. So, what is vegetarian and what is non-vegetarian? So, the great piece of information for you is, 90% and beyond, or even 95% and beyond, world population are non-vegetarian. 5% or little more than 5% of the vegetarian in this world. So this is a key information to you. So what is the difference between vegetarian and non-vegetarian? It's very, very simple. A food is food, what goes inside. Body doesn't know whether it is veg or non-veg. They don't know. Only the psychological part of your brain knows, nothing else. So whatever that we derive from the plant kingdom, and of course, milk related products are derived from the animal kingdom. You call it as that vegetarian. Now vegan diet makes you avoid milk and milk connected products. They go for soya milk and badam milk and so on. Okay. So as far as the food and nutrition is concerned, basically that we require is carbohydrate, protein and fat. So from which source what we take is a issue altogether. So if I am born in a vegetarian family, I've been fed vegetarian food, no eggs or no meat, no flesh, from the time I was born. So I'm not used to that animal kingdom food at all. I'm used to the plant kingdom food. Of course I take milk related products. You have, ghee and buttermilk and curd and butter and whatever. So they're also animal protein only because it's a beta casein protein from the milk. So it becomes an animal protein. If you're going to call it as a vegetarian, it's vegetarian. If somebody is going to call it as no, it's not vegetarian, it's a non-vegetarian, it's a non-vegetarian. So when it comes to the question of non-vegetarian, as you all know, different types of eggs are there. Lot of types of bird meat are there. Then you have the animal meat like sheep, goat, lamb, pork, beef, and so many other animals also we eat. These are all, animal protein. The flesh is cut into pieces and, cooked with various ingredients. So what we eat becomes an animal protein. So what is that you have to understand here is, there is a video I have given on vegetarian and non-vegetarian, that is Saivam and Asaivam. It is there both in English and Tamil. I would request you to go and watch them. It is a very interesting piece of information I have given us. What has gone on in the ancient history about vegetarian and non-vegetarian, how this concept of vegetarian and non-vegetarian came up and whatnot. So basically, if you see, as far as the food and nutrition is concerned, the microbiome part of the world. So Every living component in this world, either it is a plant kingdom or the yield of the plant kingdom like vegetables and fruits and whatnot, or animal kingdom or the eggs, all the marine kingdom where we consume crab, fish, so many type of prawns and whatnot. Everything has an inbuilt microbiome. If you take a tomato, there are billions and billions and billions and billions of microorganisms are built inside. Likewise in every vegetable, likewise in every plant kingdom, if you take the greens, it has huge amount of microorganisms built inside. So this world belongs to microorganisms, not to us. We are only 800 crore people, we are available, but each and every person is holding on to minimum 100 into 300 or 400 trillion microorganisms in each and every body of ours. So we basically go for the art of cooking. We use heat and kill the microorganisms and make this food eatable to us. So every component that you are using in your cooking day in and day out, either a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian, it is built with trillions of microorganisms. So now the question is, what is vegetarian and what is non-vegetarian? Are you not a person who is, trying to destroy trillions of microorganisms as you process your food? Sometime when they are not destroyed, they go in. The acidic condition of the stomach destroy them. Even if it escapes the stomach, the liver will kill it. So it is a nature's built mechanism on the earth that every component becomes your food when you want them. Like the number of fish, type of fishes that we, harvest from the water and take them into our kitchen and make them into our food. It's got an inbuilt microbial world. And either a chicken or a goat or a sheep or a bull for beef and all that, they are all built with huge amount of microorganisms. So we are, used to this animal kingdom protein from the time we were born. Suppose I was born in a family where I eat eggs and meat and all kinds of marine products like fish and crab and prawn and whatnot. If I am used to that kind of food, then my body is used to that, and my body wants it. Suddenly at the age of 40, if I'm going to turn around and say, I'm going to get rid of all my eggs and all my non-vegetarian based food and all that stuff, it's not good for you. And sometimes if people are being pure vegetarian, born in a vegetarian family where they are not used to eggs and animal meat and all that animal protein kingdom and all that stuff, suddenly after the age of 35 or 40, they turn into non-vegetarian. It may not suit them. If it suits, it's fine. If it doesn't suit, you're going to land up in trouble. Because your body is looking around something new. We will not know how to process it. So changing your food pattern from veg to non-veg to veg may not be good enough in most of the cases. But if you are used to vegetarian, it is always for you to stick to vegetarian. If you are used to non-vegetarian, you stick to non-vegetarian. Maybe as the age go by, you can reduce the quantity of the pieces what you take, but you eat them. It's better for you because the body of yours is used to animal protein, is based on the animal protein need, and it is looking for it all the time in the world. This is what is very, very important. And if you go around and see the statistics of how many millions of birds, chicken are grown and cut every day, how many millions and millions of eggs are produced and consumed day by day, how many millions of tons of meat of all types is cut and eaten every day, how many millions and millions of tons of marine product is being harvested while through fishing, by high-end fishing and all that stuff, which we are consuming it as our food, it is very, 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 very huge. So much of statistics is available in the net. You can go and watch them. Tomorrow, if the whole world, the humanity is going to turn around and say, we're all going to be vegetarian from here on. We're not going to touch the eggs and, all kinds of bird meat, marine kingdom, animal meat and all that stuff. The humanity will run out of food, because the vegetarian system of agriculture, where we take the yield of grains, pulses, sugar, vegetables, fruits, seeds for oil and so on, will not be enough to feed 800 people. So there is no actual difference between vegetarian and non-vegetarian. It is only the word which plays the role. And if at all that you are a vegetarian, stick to your vegetarian food. Do not shift yourself. If you are a non-vegetarian, stick to your non-vegetarian food. Don't just suddenly jump into vegan food and whatnot. So try to understand, either it's vegetarian or non-vegetarian, the whole food kingdom is based on the inbuilt microbiome part of the components designed by nature, which has been carefully selected by the humans as what is their food. Thank you.